All praises be to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, for His mercy truly endure forever. So, but I've been, I've been watching you, listening to you. You're not making any sense. Give me Hosea 4:6.
Like about like we're not Native American African. Call it a day, man. Let me know when you are ready. Ready? Shema Yasharala Yahweh Allahina wa Yahweh Akkad. Hear, O Israel, Yah is our power, Yah is one. Abanawa,
Bona,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Shabbat Shamayim,
Kwadash,
Kodash,
Haya,
Aya,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Malakwathka,
Malakwatka,
Thaba'a,
Taba'a,
Ratazaka,
Ratazaka,
Haya,
Haya,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Barataza,
Barataza,
Kawa,
Kawa,
Hayat,
Haya,
Bashamayim,
Bashamayim,
Nathalanawa,
Natalana,
Lachom,
Lahom,
Kol,
Ko,
Yawam,
Yawam,
Wasalaknawa,
Azalakna,
Kawabuathanawa,
Kabawathna,
Kasalaknawa,
Azalakna,
Kawabuathanawa,
Kabawathra,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Thabaya Anawa,
Tabaina,
Banasaiwan,
Barasaiwan,
Abal,
Abu,
Hawashainawa,
Tawashaina,
Mayan,
Mayan,
Rai,
Rai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Hamalakwa,
Malakwat,
Waha'ala,
Wala,
Wathaiporath,
Wathaiparoth,
Laiwalamium,
Wawalamim,
Bahashem,
Bashem,
Hamashiach,
Hamashiach,
Yahawashai,
Yahushai,
Thawada,
Tawara,
Thamyad,
Tamyad,
Aman.
Aman.
Read.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 9. After this manner therefore pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your holy Father will also forgive you. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. Vashem, Hamashiach Yahushai, Dwarat Miyad, Aman.
Hallelujah. 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 Heavenly Father, we thank you for being the Almighty. Thank you for everything that you have done, you are doing, and you will keep doing for us. Oh, Most High, please, during this class, send us your word so we can feed your people. Please, Most High, speak. We are listening. We praise you, and we pray you, Most High, in the name of our Adwan, Hamashiach Yahushai. Hallelujah.
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 Bishop, be seated. Shalom, shalom, Yahshua. Obviously, get to order. Shalom, shalom, Yahshua. All praises to Yahweh Mashiach. Indeed, his mercy endures forever. Welcome to Life or Death. Life or Death is a show that we present to you every week. It is a late night show. We go over a class where we discuss some issues or we go over some scriptures. Let's start with the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 17. If you are currently watching us, please let us know who you are and where you are watching us from. Let us know who you are and where you are watching us from. Remember, we are your servants. We are here for you. Please type in the chat where you are and let us know your name as well. Read.
Colossians chapter 3, verse 17.
Read.
And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of Mashiach Yahushai, giving thanks to power and the Abba by him.
The Most High via Hamashiach commands us to do these things. Everything and anything that we are doing, we must do it. We have to do it. We should do it. And we ought to do it to the Most High via Hamashiach. The book of Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. Let's see what God says in the book of Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. Read.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Read it again.
This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh.
This Bible has the commandments that we are to live by. Read.
And the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
What?
But such as leave it shall die.
When we keep God's laws, we are going, the Most High via Hamashiach will bless us, will give us life. But when we choose to do what we want to do, we are to expect death to come on our way. The title of the class is, obviously put the chat for me. The title of the class is Israelite 101, New in the Truth. Israelite 101, New in the Truth. Many of you that are new in the truth, you may see, it says that the volume is very low. Let us know how it is now, my brother. How is the volume now? Many of you that are new in the truth, you may see that several camps do things differently. You may see that camps have different doctrines. Somehow, many of you may be confused by what is going on. Well, my dear brother, my dear sister, do not be confused, because God says this. Now, brother, volume is still low, officer. Let me know how it is now, brother. Give me the book of Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 20. Many of you may see that the camps, they do things differently. Do not be confused about what is going on. You are in the truth. You are on the right path. Read. Isaiah 30 and verse 20.
Isaiah 30, verse 20.
Read.
Isaiah 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
What does God say?
Yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
Read.
But thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
What does God say?
But thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
God says that you are going to see your teachers. Read.
And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, This is the way.
What does God say?
This is the way.
You will see the teachers saying that this is the way. Read.
Walk ye in it.
What?
Walk ye in it.
So this is what you are saying now. You are saying that there are many teachers, and these teachers, they are showing you the path. Now give me the book of Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 16. Let's see what God says. Jeremiah 16 and verse 16. Let's see what God says. In fact, start at verse 14. What you are seeing your teachers now. Read.
Jeremiah 16, verse 14.
Read.
Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh,
Read.
that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth. that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Mitzrayim.
Read.
But Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Yasharel from the land of the north, and from all the island, and from all the lands whither he had driven them.
So the second Exodus, the Most High via Hamashiach will take us from all the countries in the world. Now go to verse 16.
Behold, I will send for many fishers.
God
saith
says
Yahweh.
that he is going to send many fishers, read,
And they shall fish them.
and they are going to fish us. So that's why you see that there are several camps in Israel. That's why you see that there are several teachers in Israel. God is sending those fishers. God, via Hamashiach, is sending those teachers. Now, those teachers, they will not see eye to eye. They cannot see eye to eye now, but they will see eye to eye later on. Let's see what God says. Give me the book of Isaiah, chapter 52 and verse 8. For instance, some camps don't believe in multiple wives. Some camps don't believe that sisters can be in the assembly while the word is being preached. You may see some camps, they have a different understanding on the specific day for the Sabbath day. You may see that when it comes to the feasts, we do not have the feasts on the very same day. That is fine. Let's see what God says. The book of Isaiah, chapter 52 and verse 8. Read.
Isaiah chapter 52, verse 8.
Now, Israel, let us know where you are watching us from, and let us know if the sound is okay as well. Let us know where you are watching us from and how the sound is. Because remember, we are your servants. This is a sacrifice to the Most High and also a service unto you. We have to present, broadcast to you classes where the sound is okay, where the image is crystal clear. Read.
Thy watchmen shall lift up the voice. With a voice together they shall sing.
So God says that the watchmen, meaning that the teachers that he is raising up, the fishers that he is setting up, God says that they are going to raise up the voice. Read.
For they shall see eye to eye.
For they shall see eye to eye, meaning they will be in one accord. Read.
When Yahweh shall bring again Zion.
When the Most High shall bring up Zion again, meaning that when the Most High puts the 12 tribes again under Hamashiach. Now give me the book of Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6. When the Most High via Hamashiach gathers the 12 tribes again, all the teachers of Israel will have the very same day for Passover. We will have the very same day for Feast of First Fruits. We will have the very same day for the week of Hanukkah. Read. 9 verse 6.
Isaiah 9 verse 6.
Read.
For unto us a child is born.
For unto us a child is born. The child is Hamashiach Yahawashai, whom the world knows as Jesus Christ. Read.
Unto us a son is given.
A son is given. Read.
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
And the government, understand that when the Most High puts the 12 tribes back again, we will be under Hamashiach. Read it from the top. Call it and read it.
Isaiah chapter 6, 9 verse 6.
Read.
For unto us a child is born.
For unto us, meaning that we Israelites, we have a king. Read.
Unto us a son is given,
Read.
and the government shall be upon his shoulder.
And who?
And the
And what?
government shall be upon his shoulder.
The government of the Most High will be under the shoulder of Hamashiach. Hamashiach will be in charge. Read.
And his name shall be called Wonderful,
Read.
Counselor, the Mighty Elohim, the Everlasting Father.
So all these are titles for Hamashiach. Wonderful, Prince of Peace. All these are titles for Hamashiach. Now, we say Israelite 101. Now, as you are coming into the truth, you may see some things that we are doing, or some things that the camps are doing. Before you say anything, ask questions first. In fact, give me the book of Sirach chapter 11, so at verse 7. Before you say anything, ask questions first. So give me the book of Sirach chapter 11 and verse 7. That's what God says. That's what God says.
Sirach chapter 11, verse 7.
Read.
Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first, then rebuke.
Understand first, meaning that ask questions so that you can have a better understanding of what a camp is doing. Let's start with one thing that you can see us doing here at the Light of Zion. At the Light of Zion, whenever we are praying, we always face the east. Wherever we are, we always use a compass to point us to the east, where Jerusalem is. Let's see why we do that. Give me the book of First Kings chapter 8, start at verse 46. First Kings chapter 8, verse 46. First Kings chapter 8, verse 46. Read.
First Kings chapter 8, verse 46.
Read. As you are coming into the class, as you are coming into the classroom, let us know who you are and where you are currently participating in the classroom. For instance, I'm currently in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Read.
First Kings chapter 8, verse 46.
Read.
If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not.
So this is Solomon. After the temple, now he's going to dedicate the temple to the Most High. Read.
And if thou be angry with them, and deliver them to their enemy, so that they carry them away captives unto the land of the enemy,
Read.
far or near.
Far or near. Read.
Yet if they shall bethink themselves, in the land whither they are carried captives, and repent,
Read.
and make supplication unto thee in the land of them that carried them away captives, saying, We have sinned,
We have sinned. Read.
and have done perversely.
Read.
We have committed wickedness, and so return unto thee with all their heart, and with all their soul, in the
Read.
land of their enemies, which led them away captive, and pray unto thee toward their land,
And do what?
and pray unto thee toward their land,
And pray unto thee toward the land. Jerusalem is on the eastern side, so you always see us facing east when we are praying. So this is one part where we get this, always facing Jerusalem. Now hold that. Give me the book of Daniel, chapter 6 and verse 10. We always face, whenever we are praying, we always face the east toward Jerusalem, toward our land. So this is part of Israelite 101. Those of you who are new into the truth, when you see us do something, ask questions. Ask why we are doing it. The first issue we are attacking now is our praying toward Jerusalem. praying toward the east. Read.
You call new script?
Daniel chapter 6 and verse 10. New into the truth. New in the truth. Those of you who are new in the truth, you will see us doing a lot of things. Ask questions and we will give you the answers. Read.
Daniel chapter 6, verse 10.
Read.
Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed,
Read.
he went into his house, and his windows being opened in his chamber toward Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
He kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed.
What did he do?
He kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day.
So Daniel kneeled upon his knees. Daniel consecrated 3 times a day. Daniel set apart 3 times during a day. Read, to do what? During every day, to do what?
And prayed.
For him to pray. So every day he kneeled to keep going. Read.
And gave thanks before his Elohim,
Mm-hmm.
as he did aforetime.
Read.
Then these men assembled.
No, read it from the top. Daniel 6 and verse 10.
Now when Daniel
Mm-hmm.
knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being opened in his chamber toward Jerusalem.
Toward where?
Toward Jerusalem.
Toward Jerusalem. That Daniel kneeled 3 times a day to pray, facing Jerusalem, facing the east. That's why you see that we always pray. Whenever we are praying, we always face the east. One more thing. Oftentimes you hear that once we have a credo, which is basically our motto, which is basically our slogan. We call it the Israelite credo. Let's get the Israelite credo for them. Give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6. This is part of Israelite 101. If you are in the class, put your name and the location where you are currently participating in the class. Oftentimes you may hear us say, Shema Yasharala Yahweh Allah Hainawa Yahweh Akkad. This is the Israelite credo. This is the Israelite slogan. What are we saying when we say Shema Yasharala Yahweh Allah Hainawa Yahweh Akkad? I hope that many of you have your book, your notebook and pen, so you can take notes. First, you see that we always pray toward the east. Why? Because in 1 Kings, Solomon says praying toward the east. Also, Daniel prayed toward the east. Now we are going with the Israelite credo, the Israelite slogan, Shema Yasharala Yahweh Allah Hainawa Yahweh Akkad. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Hear, O Yasharel. Yahweh is our power. Yahweh is one.
Read it as is. Read it as is. Was that?
I got you.
Okay.
Hear, O Israel.
Use this. Use this. I have another one. Use this. Read.
Hear, O Israel. Yah is our power. Yah is one.
So, this is the Israelite credo. In fact, start verse 1. Call it and read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 1.
Read.
Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which Yahweh our God commanded to teach you.
Read it again from the top.
Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments.
The commandments, the statutes, and judgments, read.
Which Yahweh our power commanded to teach you.
Which God our power commanded Moses to teach us. So, the Most High never gave Moses religion to teach to us. Our people are into denominations such as Pentecostal, Methodist, Baptist. These things are not for us. The Most High gave Moses commitments to teach to us. Hold that, give me the book of Malachi chapter 4 and verse 4. Let's see what God says. Malachi chapter 4 and verse 4. Israelite 101, new in the truth. You will see that we are doing a lot of things. What you do not understand that we are doing, ask questions and we will give you the answer. First, you see that we always pray toward the east. Now we are going over the Israelite credo. Read.
Malachi chapter 4, verse 4.
Read.
Remember ye the law of Moses, my
Remember
servant.
ye the law of Moses. The Most High, via Hamashiach, gave Moses the law to teach to us. Read.
Which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel.
For who?
For all Israel.
For all Israel. Now go back to Deuteronomy. The Most High gives us commandments, statutes that we should live by. Because these commandments, they are there to keep us on a straight path. Read.
That thou mightest fear Yahweh thy power, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son, and
Now-
thy son's son.
Now now give me the credo now. Let's get the slogan. Let's get the credo. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4. Read.
Romans chapter 6, verse 4.
Read.
Hear, O Israel,
Hear, O Israel, Shema Yasharallah.
Yah is our power, Yah is one.
Shema Yasharallah Yahweh Alhaina wa Yahweh Akkad. Hear, O Israel, hear, O Israel, the Most High, our power is one power.
Yahweh.
This is our credo. This is our slogan. Now give me the book of Ezekiel chapter 48 and verse 31. Also, you may see us. This is our service handbook. You may see us. This is what they call the calling of the 12 tribes. Tribes to the east. You may hear us say Yawasap, which is Joseph, Benjamin, which is Benjamin, then Shemayon, Simeon, Yashakar, Issachar. So let's see where we get the calling of the 12 tribes. This class is very important for you who are in the truth. And also for you when you come to visit us for instance, for the feast of Hanukkah, when you see us doing these things, they will not be foreign to you. Now we are going over the calling of the 12 tribes. Now give me the book of Ezekiel chapter 48 and verse 31. Ezekiel 48 verse 31.
Ezekiel 48, verse 31.
Read.
And the gates of the city
And
shall
the-
be after the names of the children of Israel.
After what?
And the gates of the city shall be after the names of the tribes of Israel.
And the gates of the city will be named after the tribes of Israel, meaning that the gates will have the name of the tribes on them. Read.
3 gates northward,
3 gates on the northern part. Let's see which names are on the north gates. Read.
1 gate of Reuben,
The gate for Reuben. This is why you say that you hear us say tribes to the north. Reuben, that is Reuben. Read.
1 gate of Judah,
Read.
1 gate of Levi.
And 1 gate of Levi. So these are the tribes that are on the northern part. Read.
And at the east, 4,500. Did I skip something? No. And 503 gates.
So
One gate of Joseph,
who are on the gates on the eastern part? Let's see who these are. Read. Let's see which tribes are there. Read.
one gate of Joseph,
So we have Joseph on the eastern part. Read.
one gate of Benjamin,
Benjamin. Read.
one gate of Dan.
And one gate of Dan. That's why you see that we have it here. The calling of the tribes. It is in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 48. You start at verse 31. Read.
And at the south side,
On the south side, you will hear us say, or you may have heard us say, tribes to the south. Read.
4,500 measures,
You may have heard us saying tribes to the south. So when you hear us say these things, we are not just saying them just to say them. We are not saying them just to say them. We are saying them because they are in the Bible. Read. Tribes to the south. Read.
and 3 gates. One gate of Simeon, one
Read.
gate of Issachar,
Read.
one gate of Zebulun.
One gate for Zebulun. Read. Now we already see which tribes are on the south, are on the east, and which tribes are on the south, and which tribes are on the north. Now let's see which tribes now are on the western part. Read.
And at the west side, 4,500, with their 3 gates.
Read.
One gate of Gad, one gate of
of
Asher,
Gad. Read.
one gate of Asher,
One gate of Asher. Read.
one gate of Naphtali.
That's why we have it here. Tribes to the west. Gad, Asher, Naphtali. We have to do our best to do what God says. We are to do our best to keep the laws of the Most High. Now, you may have heard us saying that it is incumbent upon us to get together on the Sabbath day. It is a must for us Israelites to get together on the Sabbath day. Let's see where we get that. The Sabbath day is an important day. The book of Exodus chapter 31 verse 13. Let's see what God says. It is incumbent upon us to get together on the Sabbath day. If you are unable to be here with us, be in the class via YouTube. Let's see what God says. The book of Exodus chapter 31 and verse 13. Read. As you are coming into the class, let us know who you are and where you are watching us from. Read.
Exodus chapter 31, verse 13.
Read.
Speak thou also unto the children of Yasharah,
Read.
saying, Verily my Sabbaths ye shall keep.
God says, indeed, certainly my Sabbaths you are to keep them. You are to do what I command you to do on these days. Read.
Sign between me and you
Read.
throughout your generations.
So God says that these are signs between him and us. Now, Leviticus 23. You know, in fact, Hebrews 10:25 before that. Hebrews 10 verse 25. Let's see what God says. Hebrews 10 verse 25. As you are new in the truth, as you are coming into the truth, obviously, so you can read it as is. Use the other Bible, the KJV. As you are coming into the truth, don't just say things. Don't just blur out things. Observe first. Ask questions. Read. Leviticus 23 and verse 3. Oh, yeah, Hebrews 10:25. Yeah, Hebrews 10:25. Now, the book of Hebrews, according to some scholars, Paul is the author of that book. Some scholars disagree. They say, well, the author is unknown. But when you go through the letter, you can see that the language is nothing but Paul's language. In fact, in some Bibles, they even refer to the book of Hebrews as a letter from Paul to our brothers and sisters that were in Jerusalem. Read. Let's see what God says. Read.
Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25.
Read.
Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together,
God says, do not neglect our coming together. Read.
as the matter of some is.
As the manner of some is, meaning that the same way some choose not to come to the gathering. Now, Leviticus 23. You ought to understand that we are God's chosen people. That the ceremonial law is part of the entire is a subset of the general law. Read. The ceremonial law has the feasts that we have to keep. The ceremonial law has the holy days that we are to set apart for the Most High. Read.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 3.
Read.
6 days shall work be done.
6 days shall work be done. God says we have 6 days to earn as much money as we can. We have 6 days to work as many hours as we can. Read.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest.
But the seventh day, it goes from Friday sundown all the way to Saturday sundown, meaning that right before the sun goes down, that is the seventh day. Meaning, if the sun is set to go down, like earlier today, the sun went down at 5:29. So the new day started around 5:29. It is the same thing. From Friday sundown all the way to Saturday sundown, that is a new day. That is the seventh day. That is the day that the Most High sets apart for us. Read. That is the day that the Most High sets apart for us to worship Him. Not Sunday. Read. What does God say?
And holy
No, do whatever you want to do.
and holy convocation.
God says on that day we are to get together. On that day we have to come to the temple to worship the Most High. That's why we always say, if you are able to come to the school, come to the school. If you are unable to, watch via the live stream. Watch it via YouTube. But it is better for you to be physically here if you are in the area. There is a reason why we always read Psalm 133. When you read Psalm 133, what does God say? God says, God says how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unison, meaning in one accord. Later on, as you read, he says, for there, meaning that in our gathering, among ourselves, the Most High sends blessings. How will He send blessings? You will learn from other brothers and sisters. You will hear how they overcome adversities. Sirach 37 and verse 12. Let's see what God says. As you are coming into the class, please let us know who you are and where you are watching us from. You are currently watching a late night class from the Light of Zion. We will open the floor in about 2 minutes for you to ask questions concerning the topic. As you already know, we are your servants. We are here for you. Some camps have different doctrines. You are to expect that. But when Hamashiach comes back, we will have the same doctrine. We will have the same understanding on everything. Read.
Sirach chapter 37, verse 12.
Read.
But be continually with a godly man.
God says it is best for you to be all the time with men that are keeping God's laws. It is best for you to be among people who are keepers and applicants of God's laws. Read.
Whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of Yahweh.
So these people, you don't have to second guess. You see with your own eyes that they are keeping God's laws. Read.
Whose mind is according to thy mind.
Their mind is according to your mind, meaning that you want to keep God's laws and you see that they are already keeping God's laws. Read.
And will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry.
Meaning that these people, if you fail to keep a law, they will show you what you did wrong and how you should proceed. For instance, at the Light of Zion, we believe that on the Sabbath day, we are not to cook. Let's see where we get that. Give me the book of Exodus chapter 35 and verse 2. Let's see how you keep the Sabbath day holy. The word holy means set apart. The word holy means separate. Let's see how we keep the Sabbath day holy. If you have any precept officer about that, have them ready as well. Yeah. The first one, give me the book of Exodus 35 and verse 2. We believe that we must not cook on the Sabbath day. Let's see what God says. Read.
Exodus chapter 35, verse 2.
Read.
6 days shall work be done.
By the way, Israel, if you have any question concerning the topic, please put it in the chat. Read.
But on the seventh day, there shall be to you an holy day.
So God keeps repeating this. God repeats that in Exodus 35, that the Sabbath day is a holy day. Read.
A Sabbath of rest to the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death.
So in the old days, if you failed to keep the Sabbath day, if you failed to keep the Sabbath day holy, the punishment was death. But now with the presence of Hamashiach, the sacrificial part of the law is over. Therefore, there is no death punishment for somebody who does not keep the Sabbath day holy. Read.
Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations on the Sabbath day.
You should not kindle any fire. You should not make any fire to cook food. For instance, you cannot use your microwave on the Sabbath day. Make sure that everything that you are going to need for the Sabbath day, you prepare them way in advance. In fact, a better day to start preparing for the Sabbath day is Wednesday. By Wednesday, everything that you will need for the Sabbath day, you already get them. Now, if you forget something, you will get it on Thursday. Now, if you fail to get it on Thursday, Friday before the sun goes down, you will have it. So you give yourself some time in advance. In fact, Wednesday is the midday, is the midday of the week. By Wednesday, have all your things prepared for the Sabbath day. So Proverbs chapter 16 verse 7. Let's see what God says. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 7. Well, Israel, if you have any question about the topic, please put it in the chat. Israelite 101. We are going over some things that you may see us doing here. you may see us doing at the Light of Zion that you do not know why we are doing them. For instance, you see that we always pray facing the east. You see that we always say Shema Yasharala Yahweh Allahaynawa Yahweh Akkad, which is the Israelite credo. Read.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 7.
Read.
When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
So when you do what God commands you to do, he will even make your enemies be at peace with you. So if you do your best to keep God's laws, God will make even your enemies feel prepared to promote you on your plantation. You have a piece of that?
There is one thing that should always be said when you're coming to the truth. It is Sirach chapter 2.
Yep. Yeah, in fact, let's go and get it very quick. So also we believe that you should not buy on the Sabbath day. We also believe that on the Sabbath day, you are not to do what you want to do. Meaning that the Sabbath day is not a day for you to be intimately involved in a sexual way with your wife. Because you will be unclean for that day. How will you be able to go into the temple? Read. Let's see what God says. Sirach chapter 2. Now, as you are coming into the truth, do not expect everything to be rosy. As you are coming into the truth, you have to expect temptations to come on your way. You also have to expect bad things to come on your way. But let's see what God says. Sirach chapter 2 and verse 1. Read.
Sirach chapter 2, verse 1.
Read.
My son,
read.
if thou come to serve Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Expect bad things to come on your way. Expect temptations to come on your way. Read.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
And constantly means that continually you have to endure. You cannot give up. Read.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Read.
Cleave unto him.
Cleave unto the Most High. Whatever is coming on your way, listen, stay with the Most High. Do not leave the truth. Read.
And depart not away.
Read.
That thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Meaning that because increase in what sense? Because it is a test. As you pass the test, guess what? Now you are going to a higher class. Now the Most High now is going to give you titles. Now the Most High now is going to recompense you. Read. Is going to reward you for your achievements. Read.
Whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
So God says, whatever comes on your way, just take it. For instance, we may lose our jobs. For instance, your wife may choose to leave you. For instance, your husband may choose to leave you. Your children may start giving you problems. Read.
And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Meaning that when you are in a low estate, when things are going bad, don't give up. Read.
For gold is tried in the fire.
So the way that they to take away all the impurities that are in gold, they have to put it on fire. For the fire to destroy all the impurities that are in the gold. It is the same thing. As you are a piece of gold in the hand of the Most High, He has to clean you up. The way for Him to clean you up is to let you go through issues. So Israel, all praises to Yahweh Mashiach. Indeed, His mercy endures forever. Give me the book of Psalm, chapter 72, verse 18. Know that we are your servants. We would like to invite all of you that are currently watching. I have to see you on December 17th. I must see you on December 17th. I am to see you on December 17th. I should see all of you on December 17th. For the opening of Hanukkah. you are part of the family. Use your paid time off to come to see your family in South Florida. Read Psalm 72 verse 18. Read. Let's see what God says. Read.
Psalm 72, verse 18.
Read.
Blessed be Yahweh, the God of Israel.
The power of our brother or sister Yara 12 stones.
Blessed be Yahweh, the God of Israel.
The power of our brother Yashar Yahuda.
Blessed be Yahweh, the God of Israel.
The power of our Captain Akol.
Blessed be Yahweh, the God of Israel.
The power of our sister Deborah in Chatham, Massachusetts.
Blessed be Yahweh, the God of Israel.
The power of all our brothers and sisters who are currently watching.
Blessed be Yahweh, the God of Israel.
The power of all the 12 tribes of Israel.
Blessed be Yahweh, the God of Israel.
The power of everyone that is keeping God's laws in the nation of Israel.
Blessed be Yahweh, the God of Israel.
The power of all the children of Israel. Brothers and sisters, we would like to see all of you on December 17th for the opening of Hanukkah. If you are able to come to South Florida, come to South Florida. In fact, book your hotel. Use our address, 2937 West Broward Boulevard, to find a hotel or an Airbnb close to us so that the drive is not that long for you. Israel, when we get together, it is a good thing. When we get together to worship the Most High, to have a meal together, it is good. It strengthens our bond. It strengthens the family bond that we have. Because we are all cousins. We are all descendants of 12 brothers. Admanyam Waponya Yerushalayim. Stand up and face the east. Psalm 133, put us in prayer mode. The book of Psalm, chapter 133. Shaya, Ama Ladawad,
Hana, Ma,
Tawab,
Wama,
Wama, Nayam,
Shabbat,
Akyam, Gam, Yakad, Kashaman, Hatawab,
Ail,
Haraash, Yarad, Ail, Hazakwan,
Zakwan, Aharon,
Shayarad, Ail, Paya, Madawathiwa, Katol, Kawamwan, Shayarad, Ail, Haraya, Tazayawan, Kaya, Shem, Tazawa, Yahawa, Ath, Habraka, Kayayam, Aid, Iwulam, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahawashai, Thawada, Thamyad, Aman. Psalm 133 in English.
Psalms 133. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head, that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that ran down to the skirts of his garment. As a dew of Hermon, and as a dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion, for there Yahweh commanded the blessing, even life forevermore. Ba'ashem Hamashiach Yahushai Toratham Yad Aman.
King of Israel,
Khan.
we thank you for everything. Oh, Most High, please give us the strength that we need so we can withstand all the darts of the devil.
God.
Make us save your word in our mind so that we do not sin against you.
God.
Oh, Most High, during this week, send your word, send Hamashiach to encamp around us, to provide us with the security and the safety that only you and only you can provide to us via him.
God.
Most High, please, those that are sick, please heal them. Oh, Most High, open doors for us. We are your servants. Please, make us stay with you. Make us put away the evils of our doing so we can be perfect in your eyesight. So we can be perfect to call upon your name, to call upon Hamashiach. So we can be perfect to serve you through Hamashiach. Oh, Most High. Oh, Most High. We pray you. We also praise you in the name of our big brother, Hamashiach Yahushai. Hallelujah.
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 Shalom Yasharallah. Thank you very much for watching. Know that we are your servants. We are here for you. For us to go through with this mission, we do need your help. Please, as much as you can, or as less as you can, donate to this ministry. Donate via Cash App. Brother Chen Izar, my dear brother, how do you do? Brother Kaim Izar, my dear brother, shalom, shalom, brother, shalom. Please, pray for us. We sincerely request your prayers. To donate to this ministry, do so via Cash App. Obviously, put it for us. $TheeLoz. $TheeLoz. We need your help. First, your prayers. Secondly, as much as you can, or as less as you can, donate to this ministry so we can have the fund, so we can have the financial means to get to the 12 tribes of Israel all over the globe by all means necessary, by all lawful and legal means necessary. Israel, may the Most High through Mashiach bless you all. On December 17th, my dear brothers and sisters, Brother Kaim Izar, I have to see you at the opening, in the opening of Hanukkah. It will be held here in Florida on December the 17th. Brother or Sister Yara 12 Stones, I have to see you. Brother Yasha Yahuda, my brother, I have to see you as well. Remember, we are one family. Do not take our gathering lightly. Because we know how many years we have lived. We know how many years we already live. We do not know how many years we have left. Shalom.